Today we'll be reading the book A Closer Look at Plants, Roots, Alicia Klepeis. Plants are all around us. Picture a maple tree in a city park or a patch of colorful flowers in your backyard. Plants are all around us. Plants come in different colors, shapes, and sizes. Giant redwood trees stand hundreds of feet tall, but the watermeal plant is only the size of a candy sprinkle. Whatever the size, plants usually have the same main parts, including roots, a stem, and leaves. Where roots come from? Most plants grow from seeds. Every seed contains a tiny plant inside. Seeds need water, warmth, and good location to grow. What happens if these conditions are met? A seedling will develop roots. How do roots grow? First, a main root comes out of the seed. This is called a primary root. It is connected to the plant stem. Secondary roots branch out from the primary root. Most plants have roots that are underground, but some plants have their roots underwater. Water lilies are one example. So in this picture, we can see the primary root that is connected to the stem, and then we see the secondary roots that are attached to the primary root. Let's continue. What roots do? Roots help plants to grow and survive. Roots act like a boat's anchor. They keep the plant in place. Without roots, a plant might blow away in the wind. A water plant could wash away in the current of a stream. Really deep roots. A wild fig tree located at Echo Caves in South Africa has the deepest roots of any tree on earth. Its roots have penetrated 400 feet, that's 12,192 meters, below the soil. The Guinness Book of World Records 2008 even honored this tree. Some of the tree's shallowest roots can break above the surface of the soil as they grow. Plant roots absorb water and nutrients from the soil. Have you ever sipped water from a straw? A plant's roots are like a straw. They soak up water and nutrients. This helps the plant to grow big and strong. People need vitamins and minerals to be healthy. Plants also need certain nutrients to survive. Nitrogen and calcium are two examples. People can get nutrients through a straw, much like a plant sucks nutrients in through its roots. These plants' roots take in nutrients from the soil. Without roots, a plant wouldn't get what it needs to survive. Did you know that plant roots are hairy? Root hairs are important. These tiny structures are found at the tips of plant roots. There can be thousands of hairs on a root tip. The root tip is the last centimeter of the root. It is made of young tissues. Root hairs increase the surface area of the root. They are like a sponge that can absorb a lot of water. They also allow a plant to take in nutrients from the soil. The very bottom of a root is called the root cap. The root cap is like a helmet. It protects and covers the root tips as the plant pushes through the soil. Let's look at that root cap. Root cap seen through a microscope. A microscope is an object that lets you see things up close that you could not be able to see with your own eyes. Now let's look at this root hair. And we have in here the primary root and secondary roots, these hairy root hairs. The plant root hairs take water in from the soil by a process called osmosis. Then the water passes up the plant stem. Let's move on. Roots can store food for the plant. Many plants in the Arctic have swollen roots. These contain food reserves for the plant. This stored food allows the plant to have a quick growth spurt when the next summer arrives. Most Campionina plant commonly found all over the tundra and hot Arctic of North America, Europe, and Asia. Roots that we eat. Did you know that people eat plant roots? It's true. Beets and parsnips are both roots. So are radishes and carrots. Sweet potatoes are also edible roots. So the next time you make a vegetable stew, Use some tasty roots. What roots look like? Do all plant roots look the same? No. Some plants like parsley have tap roots. A tap root is a long vertical root. It grows straight down into the ground. A tap root has one or more big main roots with smaller side roots. The tap roots of some trees can reach far below the soil. This helps to anchor them securely into place. This parsley plant has a long, sturdy taproot to keep it anchored to the ground. Dandelions, a gardener's nightmare? Many gardeners find dandelions to be a real pain. Why? Dandelions have very strong taproots. They are hard to pull completely out of the ground. These taproots can penetrate 15 feet, that's 457 meters, beneath the soil. What if you don't get the entire taproot? The dandelion will grow back, strong as ever. Other plants, like grasses, have fibrous roots. So do tomato plants. These roots are thin and spread out. They have many branches. Fibrous roots of a lettuce plant. Fibrous roots are often concentrated near the soil surface. Want to know something crazy? If you laid all the fibrous roots of a mature grass plant end to end, they could go on for more than 100 miles. That's 160.93 kilometers. Grass plants have masses of thin fibrous roots that spread around beneath the soil. And we have an activity that you can do at home, and it's optional. What do roots need to grow? Okay? I'll leave that in there for you to read. And we have reached the end of our book from Alicia Klepeis. What are roots?